bolt is out. We have this under a frame jack. Okay, hold her there. We're going to lift this up enough so we can put this kit inside of there to lift it up to give you your required 1 inch or 1.5 inch lift, whatever the kit. That's what the bolt looks like when your little extension's in there. That's what it looks like there. I'm going to put the bolt, it's going to go through here and through this. You have to add this auxiliary piece. So once you get this lined up, you add this auxiliary piece, which goes here. You take that nut off, and it gives it some support. It prevents it from torquing front and back. There's where the nut is off, and this is where the support's going. I always put a little dab of Loctite on everything. Blue Loctite, of course, because you put the red on, you ain't never getting it off. Done. Looks good, man. Looks good. Add tight to the bike. Tried taking the whole shock out. Just didn't work well. What we're doing now is we're taking this and we're hooking it up just like so. The bushing is supposed to be on the front side. You see where my finger's tapping there? So the bushing is in there. This is set up like so. We're going to put this on here the way it should be. And we're actually going to take a C-clamp off of the frame. And when we tighten the C-clamp up, you will see
and I'll
push
this spacer up.
Watch your fingers. You will see that it actually pushes in place so we can line the holes up, and that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to put the front lift on. And this one, bushing, of course, is inside of here. Bushing that comes with the kit, tough to see. And the other bushing, the small bushing, is in there. And this is the way she goes. This has to go on here like that. Take the bolt, stick it in there, put a little bit of blue Loctite on there. Screw that in, put your nut on there, Bob's your uncle. Now what I did find that really worked well was to take a different size C-clamp and clamp it like so, okay, on the A-arm. And that helped me bend this up enough in combination at the same time while I took the pry bar underneath here and lifted it up as well. It's a game, you gotta play with it. Good luck. Okay, now that we have the lift kit in, we're going to put wheel spacers on. This is the way they come. So the first thing you want to do is you want to clean this all up. Wire brush this all up. Get your mug out of there. You want to take this wheel spacer, put on there. Now the nuts that come on the wheel spacer are the same seat as the holes in there. So you want to use these nuts on the wheel spacer in order to torque this to the hub, okay, to the bike itself. You use these nuts. On these studs, you will use the regular wheel nuts, the nuts that lock your tire on. And this will give you a 2.5 inch or whatever you choose extension. Now it's time to torque down the nuts that hold this wheel spacer in place. So what I did was I put the wheel nuts, the lug nuts on, and I used a bar going across so that I can turn the torque wrench and torque them to spec. Now you take the tire, line the tire up, put the lug nuts on the 2.5 inch spacer or whatever size spacer you choose. It's very important that the taper on the nuts go towards the tire, because there's actually a seat that it sits against that aligns the tire, that centers the tire. So the nuts that come on the spacer are a tapered seat, and they should be used for the spacer. And these tire nuts, lug nuts, are a little different taper, and they should be used with the tires. Okay, just get them started. When the tire's on the ground, you can snug them up to spec with a torque wrench. And put the bolts on. The bolts for this spacer, not the wheel lugs, the lugs that came on it. Torque them all in place. Make sure they're all torqued to the right spec. Get on there, there you go. There we go. Look at that, easy peasy. Holy suffering, you can do this at home, it's that easy. That's it. Ready to go, put the tire on.